Hi there, I'm John Bittleston of Terrific Mentors International. I have particular interest in his 5 pillars of mentoring: leadership, entrepreneurship, career resilience, parenting, and personal well-being. They're all very important. Do you know what personal well-being means? Well, it really means confidence. It really means being content with yourself, not self-satisfied, not overconfident, of course, that's worse, but being content with yourself, able to handle other people and help them on their way in the safe and secure knowledge that you won't do everything right, you will get things wrong. You are a human being and you're dealing with other human beings. Let me talk about my experience of mentoring. It started a long time ago. I spent my school holidays on farms. Now, this is where I was lucky, because what I did was I met the farm hands, the old men, at least I thought they were old men then, who helped to do the farm work. And they all taught me various things. They had great philosophies. I learned all my philosophy from the farm hands with whom I worked. I tell you a story about one of them, which was quite an interesting one. One day I was out with the farm hand. I was now about 13 years old. This was towards the end of World War II. And the farm hand said to me, you plough this field. Now, we didn't have tractors in those days. We had horses. And he handed over the horse's reins and the handles of the plough to me and started me off. And he stopped me after 20 yards. He said, no, that's not how we do it at all. He said, look, you have a beautiful pair of Shire horses here. They do all the work. Beautiful creatures they were, enormously big. He said, they do all the work. You've got a wonderful bit of machinery, something that turns the soil. That is the plough. That makes the field for you. You have only one job to do. Find a tree on the other side of the field. Don't take your eyes off it, and you will plough a very straight furrow. And all your other furrows will be very straight too, because they will follow that straight furrow. Now, I think that was the point at which I learned how I should set about my business of creating a life. In fact, the night after I'd had that experience, I lay awake and I thought, the tree on the other side of the field, that's not about ploughing a field, it's about a career, it's about a life. And always, all through my life, since the age of 13, I've known where my tree was on the other side of the field. What did he teach me about mentoring? He taught me that mentoring is about caring. It's about caring for everyone, not just yourself, not just your family. It's about caring for everybody. I remember a marvelous story of Mother Teresa, who, when asked how many people she'd helped, always said, 1. And they said, no, you've helped thousands of people. No, she said, I helped the one in my arms. What a marvelous story of caring that is. Caring is more than, mentoring is more than caring. It's about developing. My habit is that I was taught very early on what creativity is. Creativity is the ability to perceive relationships. Now, it's very important, if you're thinking about becoming a mentor, to perceive relationships. What does it mean? It means you take this and you take that and you put them together. You say, how are they related to each other? Let's take a simple example. What's a glass and water? Very simple. The relationship is the glass holds the water. That's an easy one. But think about something very different, two things very far apart from each other, and try and relate them. And if you do that all your life, you will be creative. Now, what was the basis of my mentoring experiments all the way through my time? The basis of it was this. I wanted to let people do their own thing. The lesson I learned from this was that with encouragement, with some guidance, but not too much, with asking questions all the time, you can get people to do whatever you want, because they see that they're going to do what their answers are. I hope that my rather brief skirmish through my mentoring journey has been somewhat helpful to you. But let me tell you this. There is no more rewarding work that I have done in my lifetime than being somebody's mentor and coach. It is so satisfying. And I think the way in which I see it as having been most successful is that we have helped, all my team have helped people to develop. That's what really is satisfying. When people who thought their ambition was limited to being the manager of their department now realize that they could become the head of a big world organization and do massive good across the world. That is very satisfying. I'm going to say goodbye now because you want to get on with your program, but I will say one last thing to you. Kongi Fat Choi.